Hey guys, this is RA Mongoose getting ready to do the first ever Gold Team commentary, and we got ourselves a fancy new intro that we made with our new Sony Vegas Pro 10. We're gonna start doing these commentaries because Sony Vegas is a little bit easier to use than Movie Maker, and it has a voice recording feature which I'm using now, and also, one of our subscribers said that we need to start putting up full videos because it looks like we're just saving up our best moments and putting them together in a montage, which doesn't really prove that we're that good. It could just, show that we're lucky. But hopefully the games that we've got saved up will prove that we're above average. I mean, Oprah's mom ends up going 114 on Nuketown one game, and RA the Duke has a bunch of games where he goes like 50-7 and 48-3. Just a couple right off the top of my head. We're really wanting to start doing commentaries. We just don't really know what people want to hear, and that's been kind of what's keeping us from doing it. I personally don't think commentaries are all that exciting, so I didn't think most people really enjoyed them all that much, but I guess it depends on the commentator. I like listening to funny ones more than the serious ones that talk about strategy and everything, and I don't think I'm going to be very funny. I wish RA the Duke and RA the Prodigy would do one because they're going to be the funny ones, but both of them say I should do it because I can ramble on and on about certain things. So, pretty much I stay in the spot the whole game, and it's an excellent spot for trying to keep B and C, like defending them, because it's very hard for the other team to get past you without running through your field of vision on B, and you can turn around and get to C pretty quickly. This map's not normally good for sniping unless you spawn on C side, and that's where I hate A side, so I always try to get C side even if we spawn A. The spot that I'm in the whole game is pretty excellent for getting a large amount of kills if the team is really trying for B, and I end up getting 88 this game, and I only go A side like whenever we have 180, so I'm here pretty much the whole game, and I end up getting 2 dogs, which I've done quite a bit, but this is the game where I get a large amount of kills, because usually like my second dogs in most of my game is like there towards the end and maybe get like 2 kills, and I only end up getting like 40 or so. And probably the game that I'm most proud of that I forgot to get out of my recent games is a game where I had 3 dogs using a spaz on Summit, but I have a problem with going through my recent games and getting all my good games because I don't have a lot of time to play most of the time, and when I am on, I just want to play. I don't really care about our videos or stuff like that, but I really do want to start getting into maybe doing a little more commentaries and trying to help people out with strategies on certain maps. Like a strategy on this map is where we have one guy who's kind of in front of their house on A, and we have one guy kind of in the top room and left side of the house that can hold down the left flank, and that's what the key is for me this game, is having somebody that can hold down the left flank. And it's pretty hard to do whenever you're playing with a group of randoms, but luckily I was playing with Oprah's mom and Reaper 04, so we kind of had a good system set up. We only ended up winning by 7, which is pretty surprising due to the fact that all 3 of us had a pretty amazing amount of kills, and I have to hand it to the team that we're playing. They really went after the objectives. They didn't really care about their KD ratio or anything, because most teams would have probably backed out before we even had half our kills. But that's what makes the game so great. It kind of reminds me of the COD 4 days where people just play for the objective and nobody could really see your KD ratio unless you're on your friends, and you can go to the leaderboard and check out your friends' KD ratio and win-loss and everything. But this game, you're just getting a lobby of randoms and check out their KD ratio, and people really pride themselves in it, which it's good to have a good KD ratio. I mean, all of ours is right around 2. I mean, plus or minus, like, I think 0.3, but if you average it out, we'd probably be like 1.9 or something like that. Our win-loss ratio probably isn't where it should be, especially mine, because I play by myself a lot, and as everybody probably knows, it's pretty hard to win by yourself unless you're in like a free-for-all, but I can't really stand free-for-all, and mine's only like 1.5, but it's respectable. In Modern Warfare 2, I think I had a 0.5 because I hated that game, and I hated most of the maps on there, so I would back out every time I got on a map that I didn't like. And ironically, RA the Prodigy got his only nuke on my account on a map that he didn't like, so I guess it kind of proved to me that you kind of just gotta play the game out, see how it goes, but for that game, I just really couldn't stand it. I think I have 6 defends, and usually me and RA the Duke are the defend people, because we don't really camp close to our spots, but especially on a map other than this, I am running around the whole time, and if I see that we're losing any flag, then I run to it and get like a defend or 2. So I average probably like 8 or so, and he's had games where he's had like 16, 17 defends. And one thing that kind of gets on my nerves about Domination, I know you want to play for the objective and everything, but it doesn't hurt to get as many points as you can, minus the fact of going after like one of their flags. I mean, you only need 2 flags the whole game to win, so why go after like A, so they can like spawn. If you have all 3, they spawn in random places. I'd rather know that they're going to be spawning at A instead of having to say, watch my corners saying, oh, they could be spawning over here. But when you're not playing with a full party, it's kind of hard to relay that message to everybody unless you're in game chat, but we hardly are. Then I like running kill streaks too that complement each other for like the whole team. I run a spy plane, SR-71, and dogs, and I like the kill streaks that you don't have to control. You just hit over on the D-pad and forget about it and let them do their job. RA the Duke runs counter spy plane, SR-71, and dogs, and I think RA the Prodigy and Oprah's mom run like spy plane or SAM turret, stuff like that. You almost need one player to run SAM turret though, because it's a really useful kill streak whenever you have a team that likes to run spy planes or counter spy planes and everything. If you get 2 or 3 SAM turrets, you pretty much you can eliminate any counter spy planes or spy planes that they may have. Right now, we captured A, which I really don't like A on this map, but I try to snipe, and the only real sniper spot for A on this map is to go to this middle trailer and kind of watch garage, but you're really vulnerable to the right side where they can run around the house. It's almost better to switch to an assault rifle or SMG at this point, but I was having a lot of luck with the L96, so I kind of stick with it. I think I switched to the FAMAS for a little bit because I knew I was getting close to 80 whatever kills, like my new highest kill streak or kill whatever, and I was going to try to get as many as possible, but I die once right off the bat and switch back to my L96. Right here, I get a hit marker and I pull out my pistol, and I know it's really it's all of luck on whether you get a hit marker or what on this game, especially when you're quick scoping or no scoping, but it really ticks us off, especially when we get a quick scope that is like right in the dead center of their chest and only get a hit marker, which it probably has to do with the crappy servers or connections or whatever on this game, but it's just really frustrating whenever you get that one really nice quick scope and only get a hit marker. And that's probably one of the things that we complain about the most. Like, we'll do a jumping shot from behind cover and get a hit marker, and we kind of yell bad things at the TV, even though that won't even help. but it does relieve the frustration. I think Oprah's mom and Reaper 04 end up having the same amount of kills, as we're getting pretty close to the end right now. And this is where I switched to the FAMAS and get killed by a grenade without even firing a shot. Then I switched back to the L96 and end up getting like 5 more kills, I think. I don't know, I haven't really watched this video all that much. Well, since we're getting close to the end, I think I might as well say we want as much feedback as possible on our videos, because I want to know what we can do to make the videos more entertaining, what you guys want to see, and that's kind of what kept us from doing the commentaries right off the bat. We like constructive criticism. Like, if you don't like our video, just don't say your video sucks, tell us why it sucked. Like, I'm not expecting this to be the greatest commentary ever. It's just kind of us getting our foot in the door for the commentaries, I guess, where we want to know what you want to hear us talk about. Maybe give us ideas for another montage, like if you want to see an out of the ordinary montage, like a C4 is one that we've been kind of thinking about. Tell us what you think about all that. And if you don't want to leave a comment, just click the like or dislike button. It doesn't take that long. But as you can see, I went 88-13. Oprah's mom went 77-11, and Reaper 04 went 77-18, and we only won by 7. So that team did a good job playing for the objective and sticked with it. So you have to kind of applaud them for showing that much heart. But all came up short in the end. Well, this has been RA Mongoose, and thanks for listening, and don't forget to give us any ideas that you would like on what you'd like to see or hear us talk about.